don't know. I just thought I would do something a little different today, so I don't know who's gonna be able to join, but I'm gonna try to do something and whip something up here. So let's see what we got. If I can set that there, set myself up here. All I need is this little pot because I think I'm gonna do some roasted garlic and olive oil couscous. So that's what's on the menu. I know it's in a box, and a lot of cooking purists would scoff at that, but we work with what we got. So I'm going to use actually like a bone broth uh, base. And I'm going to turn that just a touch there. There we go. And I got to find out what my measurements are. Do-do-do-do. 1 1/4 cups of water. All right. See what we got. I know I got my measuring cup here somewhere. One and 1/4 cups. Feels like that's a lot, but we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Actually, I got some onion over here. What's going on? What is going on, nephew? Man, I'm doing some couscous today. It's out of the box, but you know what? I figured I'd jump in today and just see what I could whip up. How you doing, sir? I'd shout you out to everybody watching, but it might just be you and I, so it's all good though, man. Miss talking to you. Love you as always. I'm gonna move this out of the way so we can see what we got. I'm just dicing up some onions right at this point. I'm gonna throw that in afterwards once I get the couscous all out of the pot and everything. I've got some broccoli I'll add with it, some kale. So I really want my vegetables to be like the crux of the dish. Ah, miss you too. Miss you too. New song coming out? Nice. Nice. More bangers from Fort Knox. I love that. Love to hear your work. Now with any blessings, I will be able to work on something together soon. How's everything been? How's work? How's life? How's your channel growth too? As a content creator, we gotta kind of keep tabs on each other. I don't want tomato in this for some reason, so I'm not gonna dice up any tomato. I do have sugar snap peas as well, so I'm not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna dice up the sugar snap peas, but I will kind of do a number on some of the broccoli. Like some dishes, I don't mind all the vegetables, but with this one, for some reason, I don't know, I'm closer to enjoying it with no tomato. Go figure. I'll do that with some of the ramen dishes that I'll make too, when it's just noodles and vegetables. But with this, I'm going to throw in some diced carrots as well. So we'll have a good mix. We'll have a good mix of vegetables. Eat the rainbow. And I don't mean Skittles. Eat the rainbow. You and I song is going to be coming out this year on the album. Growth-wise has been exceptional. Nice. Tend to slow down on YouTube when I'm making music. Yeah, it's where do you put the focus? It's hard sometimes. Like if you're trying to do a bunch of different expressions of self and creativity, so I completely understand where you're coming from. I've been really hitting the YouTube, especially on the Impact channel. We're on today was day 150 of 100 push-ups in a row. Not like 100 push-ups in a row, but 100 days or 150 days straight of doing it. And focusing on that takes away the creativity from this channel, talking points and some of the videos that I would have normally put together. So I get it. We trade one for the other, but it's cyclical. I feel like I come back to it. So we just keep keeping on. Yeah, man. I don't know what time you are up in the mornings there, but 5:15 Mountain Standard Time is probably like 7:15 your time. So you're more than welcome to jump in. Why do I look all weak trying to open this bag? We do, this morning, for instance, I did 10 squats, 10 push-ups, and I did that for 10 sets. And then I did 10 sets of 10 Mike Tysons as well. The Mike Tysons I'm really starting to enjoy. All right. So that broth that I used instead of water gives it a different flavor. I'm just using organic bone broth. And then I got my couscous. So now that this is boiling, I'm going to put this in with the flavor pack here in just a sec. And I'll throw some other seasonings in as well too. I don't have this very often because the sodium's pretty high, but every once in a while I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm going to pour that in, and I'll throw in a lot of onion powder with these meals and a good amount of garlic powder as well, black pepper, turmeric as well. The turmeric and black pepper go well together. So we got those things going. Appreciate it. I just came from your cousin's meet the teacher night. 6th grade, man. Where does the time go? Where does the time go? Amazing. But she's excited. So, you know, we're all excited. It's a fun time. You know how that is. So with couscous, you don't have to do much with it. You just let it get hot, and then you're really just going to take it off this heat and fluff it with a fork for a few minutes while it's cooling off, just to let it get going. But like I thought, that broth absorbed pretty quick, but you don't also want it runny. It's kind of like treating it like oatmeal. So exactly how long am I putting that on? Yeah, bring to a boil, stir in couscous, and then you just take it off the heat. I left it on a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'm just gonna let it chill out here. And it turned a little orange because of the couscous, or because of the turmeric. Good, good, good. Just sending you the cover photo. Okay, cool. Cool. Mike Tyson. The Mike Tyson exercise. Can I get down and do this? You got me doing this in my good clothes. Let's see. I'm gonna put it right here. So with the Mike Tyson, I'm gonna go knuckles, but we're sitting in this position, and then you're pushing yourself back, then you rock down, push up, back, push up. So you're staying in that position. And do enough of those, man. Do enough of those. You do feel it. So I've been really trying to add more to it. Let me wash my hands real quick. I've been trying to add more because we've just been doing the push-ups and the squats. And sometimes I'll do like a shoulder workout with it. But the Mike Tyson's definitely like a full body. And then in the evenings, I'll also jump on and do, it's cool, man. It's not bad. I'll also jump in and do I'll do, like last night I did 10 sets of 10 burpees. So 100 burpees last night on top of the push-ups and everything else in the morning. So we got a good little pace going. And much like your channel, it's getting some growth. It's getting some growth, but problem that I'm having, I don't know if you're having this, is locking in when it comes to getting the credit for the watch time. That's been kind of a thing with YouTube because my watch time hours aren't reflecting when they give you like that weekly analytics. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with all that. But we're not going to quit. That's the other thing. So, but got people from all over the world, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to see that there's people from all over the world that will jump in to these chats at different times of day in their lives. We got guys from Australia that jump in, and it's, 11, 12 at night where they're at, but they're still willing to hang out for an hour or two and be part of it. Just started streaming a couple weeks ago, seeing you do push-ups, push me forward. Man, it does. It boosts the watch time for sure, especially if you can get regulars, man. And I know with the way that you're putting things together, you've got your group, you've got your people, and that'll just continue to grow. So what I'm doing here is, this is my lazy way of chopping vegetables. I will just scissor things. I will Edward Scissorhands this kale down, just so it's a little bit more, it's going to mix in a little bit better with the couscous. I don't have like these huge leafy parts. But yeah, seeing, I still love seeing like your thumbnails, your content. Like, you have a great editing game, man. You absolutely do. But I've also like realized that being able to just point and push up, if I can just do that, then I take a bit of the creative stress off myself. Same thing like with being on this channel. There's talking points or philosophies, lessons, things like that. If I'm over there, I'm just working out, and that's not a bad place to be. So some of the lessons and philosophy come through being over there. Yeah, look at this. This is somewhere there's a chef that is just his eyes twitching. They don't. Who does that, right? Who does that? So I'm gonna throw in all this stuff. I think I got carrots too. I still got carrots to add to this. So as you can see, this is almost, the bowl is almost all vegetable at this point. But that's how you get it in. That's honestly how you get it in. Is just to be able to really make it more about the vegetables than anything. So this is kind of like replacing having an actual salad. Not doing the salad, but I've got enough of it. I've got a huge amount of stuff. So again, I'm nice with these scissors. Don't play. I am nice with these scissors. I've been doing this for a minute, cutting, just cheating. But it's only me, you know what I mean? I think I'm going to add a second series to channel, lower investment time, so I can be more consistent. My TikTok series. Yeah. When it's tough, because when it takes a lot of your time, then you have to really dedicate to it. And to your point, it kind of takes away from the music or anything else. And until this is like what pays us, what pays our bills, it's really hard to justify that sort of balance. But I have no doubt you're on your way. No doubt at all. So I got the couscous. Let me grab my fork and just kind of fluff it up, because it can kind of get stuck together, so you're just using it just to kind of separate it in a gentle way. If you almost think about like when sand is wet, kind of has that consistency, and then just being able to take it in different spots and kind of loosen it up. So all I'm trying to do is just kind of flake that, kind of get it flaky. Uh-oh. I always laugh when I get like a message held for review. I don't know if that's just sometimes things get YouTube gets a little guarded, but let's see what we got. Got it. Oh, it says you damn straight. That's crazy. Yeah. Until it's what we do. How do you work-life balance? You got your girl. You got all these things in life that we want to accomplish. But man, all right, let's take a look at this. So you can see my couscous to vegetable ratio. Like if it mixes in pretty well when you just look at if you just look at the color, it's mixed pretty well. It's definitely got more vegetables and stuff like that, but that's how I want it. Now I can do something like add trail mix. Your dad's gonna love this one, because he knows I put trail mix in everything. Trail mix in everything. This is just good. Look, good little bit of protein. And then when you got things like the dried fruits, like the cranberries and stuff like that, just that little bite, and it gives like that little bit of difference in flavor and things like that. It's fantastic. So I got that. Oh dang, came straight from Eden. Hey man, this is it. This is the natural way. I'm not saying I eat perfect all the time, because let's not play. I bought like a little thing of ice cream in there, and it is decadent. But to extra flavor, yes, for sure. And it's wild. I know it's wild, but I'm gonna throw in a few blueberries as well. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. It works. Dang, I lost one. Shout out to that one who gave his life by rolling under the stove. Now, I could keep it going by adding like a hard-boiled egg to this as well. We could add hard-boiled egg, but right now as this stands, this could be a completely vegan or vegetarian dish, just as it's standing. So let's take a look at that again. Just as it's standing on its own, it could be vegan or vegetarian. That would mean, though, I wouldn't have used the bone broth. I would have had to gone with something like just water. I've even used tea, green tea. So depending on your liquid, you're setting the tone of exactly what you want that underlying flavor to be. So I'm going mad today. I'm going wild. I am gonna throw that egg on there as well, and I got a slicer for that. Appreciate it. This is what I do. This is what your cousin is learning. That's what both your cousins have learned was, make it simple. Like we don't have to be 5-star Michelin chefs in order to feed ourselves or our families. And when you can pull something out like this, it's almost like, in a sense, it's almost more impressive. Because there's some things where I've been like, hey, I can't believe I made that. But I made it. So now the egg takes away the vegan aspect and vegetarian. But it is what it is. This, again, I could keep this going. I could add tuna to this. I've got tuna right here looking at me saying, eat me, add us into it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it at this. And this is huge. This is because of all of the vegetables, because of all of the trail mix, like it really hearties it up. So this is an enormous serving, and it would be twice that had I used all of the couscous and the vegetables to match the ratio. But we don't got to do that. I'm going to have some leftovers for tomorrow, the next couple days, season that up. And again, sometimes I'll double season it. So because it's garlic, I'm going to give it a little bit more. Because it's onion powder, I'm going to give it a little bit more. And then I'll just mix that in. I've got the black pepper. So it's getting like a double seasoning when it's being cooked, and then when it's done as well. Let's see, what else do I got to finish this out, man? I'm liking how this came out. I'm gonna do just a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Where we got drizzle for me? There we go. We don't need much because again we can work that back through everything. And you're going to get bites of different things. It's not going to be like the same. It's going to be a little bit different from bite to bite because of everything that's in it. But I think we got something. 40 grams of protein for sure. For sure. And that goes along with the protein that I'll take in the morning after the workouts. I've got a shake that I'll make. Got the watermelon. I'll take watermelon, banana, blueberry, broccoli, and then I'll put in some ashwagandha. I'll put in some creatine, my protein powder, and I'm good. And I am good, sir. And I drink the whole thing. Let's not even play around. I drink the entire pitcher. I just get it all in. And that's how we enjoy things. But it also sets me up to not have to eat a whole lot either afterwards. So we're good in that capacity as well. So I'm just going to take the rest of this, get it off the stove. One of the things I'm trying to get better at is cleaning as I go and then not have a bunch of dishes to do afterwards when I don't feel like cleaning up because I'm full from eating. So for the purpose of this live, which try it. The watermelon. You don't like watermelon? Or the broccoli. The broccoli. I think that's it. So the broccoli gets masked. The flavor will get masked by the banana. And if you're good with the flavor of broccoli anyways, it really won't matter much. This is the magic elixir. This is what, yeah, black truffle sauce. If you haven't tried this black truffle sauce, that's what we're going to finish this off with. Bang. And that's it. That's it. That's it. No more. No more. I've done too much. I've showed too much. I've showed too much. All right, let's take a look. Let me turn off these lights. Let me set the mood with this lighting. Wow. And that's what it looks like. And if you've seen enough of those shorts, you know, you'll be in the kitchen. Got all this stuff. So what did we have? We had couscous made with a bone broth base. We had the kale that was chopped up. We had onions chopped up. We had carrots chopped up. I don't even think I added the sugar snap peas, so I got to go back and add those as well. Threw in some blueberries, trail mix, and some hard-boiled egg. I mean, dang. He said I'm too picky. I wish I had enjoyed everything. Definitely trying to be more foods, though. As long as you're eating right, as long as you're eating well, you know, we all have our own thing. Bang. So that's what I got. That's what I got. And look, we've been on for less than 30 minutes. So this is a meal that can be made in a short amount of time. And honestly, because, you know, I was doing the live, it took probably a little bit more. Not a whole lot. But this is something you can knock down in a short order. So this is what I do daily. If I'm cooking dinner, especially for me and your cousin, then I will do something like this on a daily. She likes pasta, so we'll do a lot of pasta dishes as well. And a lot of it's the same. So she likes the red sauce, so we'll do that, and we'll chop up tomato, onion, like in big chunks, and have a really chunky sauce. And then I'll sometimes just do a naked pasta. So I'll add all those vegetables. Just imagine all of that except couscous is replaced with noodles. So then it turns into like a ramen of sorts, but without like the base. Then I'll just season it up, a little bit of olive oil, and I'm good to go. I love it that way. So we got that. I feel like there's something I'm missing. Not to add to it, but I just feel like there's something I'm missing. But yeah, man, this is an easy fix. An easy fix. So maybe I'll start doing a few more of these. But this will last me. So I didn't even try this yet. Yep. 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 I think if you cook one of these meals, edit down, it would do well for TikTok. Let's work on that then. We can work on that for sure. Because I think it's simple, and if I can make it, anybody can make it. It's as simple. As a matter of fact, my daughter can make it. Your cousin can make it. And that's what I want. I want people to learn how to make simple dishes, how to make things simple in life. We don't have to overcomplicate how we make it or what we are making. So, never had a complaint on the cooking yet. And some things, you know, it's some things it's an experiment. But that's how I got here, was just experimenting with it. I do YouTube shorts on here, and there's just a bunch of them. You'll hear me in the kitchen, and we'll have, you know, I'll just go over the food and stuff. Not so much the making it, but just the final product of what I made. Gatorade Zero, and I'm gonna throw in some of this stuff. It's low on sugar as well, so I think we're good to go. High in sodium. I don't like that. I don't like that. But what's the sodium count on this? Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. So I'm actually gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because already having stuff that's a little high already. And that's on brand to what you do with exercising. You can work out anywhere. Yeah, so that's the yeah, you hit it right on the head. So this our one of the mantras on the Impact channel is the world is a gym. So yeah, we could do that. Yeah, it's one of those electrolytes, hydration sort of drink. But I didn't realize it had that much sodium in it. So um, I may work out later in a couple hours after I eat. So that wouldn't be bad because I could sweat it out, but I also don't just need it just sitting in my body either. So that's something when I eat a less sodium heavy meal, then I can use something like that. So it's just being mindful of all the things that we're putting in our body. Same thing with sugars too. So that's what I got, sir. I appreciate you hanging tough in the chat. You've saved the chat. You've saved the live. And if you're not getting your blood work done, start getting it done now, because that hypertension can creep up on us and cholesterol. And when we're at a younger, more fit age, we don't think that it's possible. You know, we're still walking around with capes and S's on our chest, and then bang, before you know. Heck yeah. You made my day, not only just the chat. Let's start with that. You made my day. So I'm gonna sit down and eat this, but let's connect soon. I feel like this was just a chat. I could have just sent you the link and we could have gone live and done this. So we'll have to do that. Pops was talking about doing something where we're gonna get together and talk music as well. So I'm all in for that. All in for that. He hit me up like last week, I think. So life is changing. So I'm about to have some free time, I believe. So let's make that happen. I'm not sure what your schedule is, but you can also start by jumping in that chat in the mornings as well before you go to work. Knock out some push-ups. I promise it'll change the way your day goes. Feel more accomplished, and yeah, just get that energy going. So I think that's all I got. We'll do it on Zoom. Cool. You know how to do all that stuff. You know, Unc is like, they say I look like a caveman on the chat, and so I definitely got some caveman technology setbacks as well. So let's plan on that. Let's get to it, and yeah, I'm gonna get out of here so I can eat, so you can get about your night. Much love to you, nephew, and everybody else who's going to watch this now or in the future. I hope this finds you in your place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. And because this is in the kitchen, I'm going to end this with eat well, be well. But we also finish it out with peace, love, unity, solidarity. Much love, everyone. Love you, Neff.